Okay, recording in progress, and we're going to talk about PlantCon. PlantCon? What do you mean plant? I know
PlantCon,
PlantCon,
C-O-N.
PlantCon. I know Comic Con, KupiCon, KikiCon. What's a PlantCon?
It's all of that except with plants instead. There's lots of plant lovers out there, Paul.
Oh,
You'd be surprised. There's thousands of different kinds of plants and there's devotees just the way there are in sports and comics and everything else.
nature is everything. We start our
There you
Earth
go.
Day concert with Dr. Jane Goodall, who says, if we don't take care of Mother Earth, then we'll never have peace. And we just had our most successful show in Times Square, of which let everybody know you are the mayor of Times Square, Elaine Marcus. And
Unofficial, of course.
I'm making you official right now. And, Earth Day, and that's, for me, that's part of my DNA, or having been involved with Mother Earth since I was a Boy Scout. Were you a Boy Scout?
I was actually. Yeah, those are the good old days.
Now, so did you, since we're going to get to the plants, well, tell us about where it is, when it is, and then how you got involved.
Well, it's August 30th and 31st, which is Saturday and Sunday. These August 30th, it's going to be from 11 to 9. And that Sunday on August 31st, it's going to be from 11 to 6. Going to be down at the South Street Seaport, Pier 17 on the fourth floor. And they're expecting about 8 to 10,000 people. They've started out in Texas, in Houston, and they had their last event had 10,000 attendees in Houston.
Oh my God. And so, well, let's talk. I'm really love plants. I got a backyard here. I wouldn't moved into the city. I,
That's why you're so healthy. You got all that oxygen.
I got a lot. Do got a lot back. I got a magnolia tree. I got a Japanese pagoda tree, garden, and so I'm into. Cause I grew up in Tarrytown, a small town with a backyard and country, and I bought when this was a bad neighborhood on 80th Street next to the Museum of Natural History, another nature spot. So tell us. I mean, plants are plants. I mean, there's a lot of kinds of plants. I agree. So what will somebody see there?
Well, they're going to see, about 150 different kinds of vendors selling pretty much anything and everything that you can think of related to plants. They're going to see some exotic plants. They're going to see things that they probably never saw before in terms of plants, because like you said, there's so many different species and varieties. And, most of us, if you think about ice cream, right? Most of us are exposed to vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. I mean, sure, you got your many, many different flavors, but we tend to, stick with the same one or two things that we're used to. Same thing with flowers, roses. You're buying roses most of the time, right? Maybe you'll go and change one year and you actually buy tulips. And that's about your range.
Right above my head, we have this. If I bring it down a little, I have a 40-year year-old peace prayer plant that was given to me when I opened my office 40 years ago, and I've taken care of it. I think the secret of plants, I don't know what you think, is to water them. No,
Absolutely.
to
That
water
helps. That does help.
consistently.
Helps for
I,
humans too.
I consistently water all my plants on Friday. I make it a day to water plants. What do you think? Do you have plants? Are you a plant man?
Yeah, I am a plant man. I think that it's very smart to have a strategy with not only your plants, but with your entire life. Both work the same way. If you have a consistent schedule, you're going to come out better if you run every Friday, or have you promise yourself to have a healthy breakfast, lunch, and dinner every Friday. Probably going to be a lot healthier at the end of the day. So are your plants.
Uh-huh. Well, this has served well because I think that put your finger in there to see if it's wet is another level of professionalism, I'll even call it.
That's very smart, and actually see the moisture level in the plants. That's very important, because certain things can dry it out. If it's in the winter, it's probably going to maybe dry out a little bit quicker. So, that is you're a smart guy, Paul. See,
Well, no,
I
I'm
think you could
into
be running the
plants.
botanical gardens.
I start a nature series. Water is our 20 plus years. We helped create World Water Day in the United Nations. I do the Earth Day concerts. I've been making the Water Hour show for 20 plus years, and I was a Boy Scout. Boy Scout made me appreciate nature.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah, I remember the days when I slept out in the camp in the woods. That wasn't exactly my style coming up, in a nice house in Queens. And then one day you're sleeping outside on the dirt. But it
Uh,
gets you to appreciate nature absolutely and see the world in a different way. You got to get out of your comfort zone. And it's good to get your plants out of the comfort zone too.
it's a great thing. Well, congratulations. You get involved with so many things. Eli, how do people get back to you to
Well,
know
I mean,
more?
the best way really is for people just go on the PlantCon website, PlantCon, .com, and just purchase their tickets there. It's the easiest thing in the world to do.
Uh-huh. Great. And Eli, you get involved with other things all the time, don't you?
Well, I like to explore different things. So I run New York City's largest networking events. We just finished a great one at the new Planet Hollywood on 42nd Street, and we're always planning new ones. And we got a lot of big turnouts. Surprisingly, there's not too many networking events in New York City that draw more than 30, 40, 50 people. The last one we had almost 300 people.
Wow. All right. This is a good man to be friends with. All right,
Sometimes.
Eli.
And
Thank
we
you
got a
so much.
great Facebook group where people can learn all this. It's called NYC Happenings. That's NYC Happenings. Just go on Facebook and search those two words and come in and join the group.
There you go. All right, Eli. Thanks so much for taking some time
Thank
with
you,
me.
Paul.